Hey guys, how's it going? This is Johnny and welcome to the channel. Today we'll be going over 8 things that an artist needs to overcome in order to become a better creator. This is part 1 of this 2-part series. If art tutorial videos where you're learning how to become a better creator, you're learning how to make money off your creative properties, and understanding how to be a better entrepreneur is something that you're interested in, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're actually creating a community of like-minded individuals where we can actually come together and learn from each other. So the first thing that we gotta overcome is that age-old question that most artists ask all creators. Am I really good enough to start? Like will it work for me? Should I try now or later? Anytime you're starting something new, there's a bit of faith that you gotta put into it, but there's also a bit of fear that comes along as well, where you don't know if you're ready to start your journey. Of course, you gotta get started. If not then, you gotta do it now, but you can't let it hold you back from doing what you love. Remember, this is also something that you love to do. If you're a person that loves to create properties, do so. If you're a person that loves to make music, and first start off making it to where you love to do it. Make sure that this is something that you can really find entertainment, enjoy, and sometimes a bit of an escape, where you get to be yourself in the truest version of you, not for the money first. Money comes when you're doing what you love to do at a way in which people can really enjoy it and want to support what you're doing. The next thing is, how do I stay focused? I already got started, but my attention span is here, there, and all over the place. And I can understand why. When you're spending 2 to 10 hours on your creative properties, that's a lot of time. And what happens is we lose focus. And what also happens is you get a little discouraged. You ask yourself, should I even keep going? And the reason why staying focused is important is you won't accomplish the things that you want to do. You won't be able to put your properties in front of the right people. You won't even be able to really enjoy what you're doing until you complete it. You don't want to be someone who starts and ends before you're finished, because you're not going to really know how amazing you can be at what you love to do. What would you rather do? The thing that you loved every day, or work the job that you really don't like? I'm not saying you hate that job, but you want to do something today so in the future you can actually do what you love. The more you create and the more things you complete, the better you'll be in the long run. The next thing you gotta overcome as an artist is, how do you learn new things? You already got started. You're already staying focused. How do you learn those things that you need to work on? And that's something that's a reasonable question. The answer is, you actually can learn from different places, such as social media. You can learn from a direct teacher. There's so many things where you can look up online now that you don't have to pay for, where you can get exactly what you need. And maybe if you want to pay a couple extra dollars to invest in what you're doing, Google, YouTube, Instagram, Skillshare, there are hundreds of thousands of videos targeted to what you want to do. So you can now put yourself in a place where you can learn these things, and over time you'll see how much you grow. The biggest investment you can give is your time that you put into learning new things. The reason why is you will never grow unless you keep moving, keep going, but also keep learning. The next thing to overcome as a creator is being afraid to put your work out there. You're afraid that people are going to either judge what you're doing, or people aren't going to like it, or possibly somebody might steal it. But the truth is, all of those things can happen, but it doesn't really matter. In order for you to really grow and to put yourself in front of as many people as possible, some of those things might happen where people might actually look at your work and give different critiques. Someone might see what you're doing and take ideas from it and put it into their own work. Someone might become a fan of you. There's so many opportunities. You can't be afraid of the negatives, because the negatives will be there. You gotta actually be looking forward to the positives. Think about your favorite show. Imagine if the creators or the producers didn't want to put it out there. It wouldn't be your favorite show. Some of the people who don't like your show give really bad and harsh criticism of it. They say negative things about it, or they tell the creators of it negative things. That happens, but you're not thinking about those people. You're thinking about the people who support and love your favorite show, such as yourself, and that's what makes your show great. Sometimes also the negativity actually helps your show. People who don't like the show but still watch it, whether they are still critiquing it or they're getting suggested to watch it, still help your show grow. Think about the community of people you can be around and those who can really be influenced by your work, and how important that is. The next thing that most artists need to overcome, this is something that plagues so many creators, is procrastination. Why are you procrastinating on what you want to do? Why are you putting it off to the side? Or why are you making excuses why you shouldn't get started or when you can do it later? Why are we doing that? That's something that's been done from the beginning of time. People have always found the reason not to get started or not to get something done. As a kid, when you have homework, you tell yourself, well, what if I do it later? But then later comes and you rush it. Or as a creator, you tell yourself about how you should do it at a different time. This time might be best. When the truth is, you're actually lying to yourself. You're not telling yourself the truth. All you're doing is being afraid to get the job done. The craziest thing is, as much as you might look down on some of your work, there are people who look up to you, who look at you and say, wow, I wish I was as great as this person. I wish I was as good as an artist. I wish I was as good as a musician. I wish I was as creative as you are. But they're continuously working and getting the job done. And even though they're not as good as you, you know the saying, hard work beats talent when talent isn't working hard. I want you to imagine the next time that you go to procrastinate, that you lose out on the opportunity of actually helping your family the way you said you would, or even helping yourself. If you have a loved one, whether it's a son, a daughter, an aunt, an uncle, a mom, a dad, a brother or sister, think about you losing out on giving them that life, that house that they need. I want you to realize that you missing out on that opportunity is way worse than the excuse that you're giving yourself not to get the job done. The next thing that artists have to overcome is something called artist block. What do I do when I don't feel like I can draw well? Or when everything I draw doesn't come out right? The answer to that is keep drawing. Look for things to be motivated by. Imagine your family. Imagine the place that you want to be. Put new ideas into your head. Try new challenges. There are so many things you can do. Do not hover over the fact of what you can't, but use it as an opportunity to learn something new. Maybe when you're going through artist block, study something. If you're not good at drawing trees, draw trees. Ask yourself, what do I love to do? Maybe you're just practicing and going back to what you love. Artist block ain't nothing new. We all deal with it. And sometimes you might not be going through artist block, but you might be going through a little bit of a slum where you're feeling down about the things that you're doing. Where you look at your work and you don't see that energy that you normally give it. You don't see the quality the same. It's okay. And sometimes you're just feeling down. The art might be great, but you might be looking at it a certain type of way. What you need to do is sometimes take a step back to take 2 steps forward. Sometimes relax a little bit, find something to learn, listen to something while you're drawing. Understand that this is only a phase, this is not something long term, this is something very temporary. And that's going to help you overcome your artist block. Are there any of your favorite characters you can draw? Are there any of your favorite people in your life that you can practice illustrating? Maybe you can actually test out a new style where you try something new and you see if you really like it. The next thing that you got to overcome as a creator is how to develop patience, how to understand it, and how to use it to your benefit. We always hear how patience is a virtue and how we need to be patient to get the job done and for things to happen, but it's true. About 2 years ago, maybe 3, I seen this illustration of 2 people mining for gold and diamonds. The first guy actually stops 3 feet or 3 inches before he hits the diamonds. Like he digged the hole and he just didn't keep going. He actually stopped before he hit the diamonds, while the other guy was steady fast, kept digging, looking like a madman because he knew that if he didn't hit these diamonds, he couldn't eat. He knew that he invested everything and all his time into those diamonds, and he knew that he would not stop until he hits them. And your patience is you understanding that you gotta stay hungry. You gotta realize that when the times get hard, you gotta keep moving. You gotta stay to the grind. You gotta realize that things aren't gonna be easy. And patience sometimes sounds like the sad thing. No, it's you staying hungry. You learning that when the time comes, you're gonna take advantage of it, and you're not gonna let anyone get in your way. No one in your life can tell you you can't get it done. The people who tell you can't do it should be the fuel you use to stay motivated. When I hear the word patience, I'm thinking about staying hungry, motivated. I don't think about the sad. I think about I'm gonna keep going until I fall or get the job done. And you don't want to miss out on the opportunity because you kept hesitating or you didn't believe you can actually do it. You keep going so you can build confidence, you can build charisma, and when the time comes, you can conquer. And the final one is, will people like what I'm doing? I don't know, but it's good to find out. I'm just messing with you. Alright, will people like what you're doing? The truth is, yes. Not everyone, but some will, some won't. So what? For those who do like what you're doing, they're going to support you. They're going to keep you motivated. They're going to help you do that, and they're going to share your work. They're going to like what you're doing so much, they're going to look forward to actually seeing the next thing that you do. You don't want to worry about the number of people who are supporting you. You want to worry about the number of people who are supporting you. Listen to what I said again. You don't want to worry about the number. You want to worry about the people. So imagine if 10 people like what you're doing and they sent you great suggestions, great motivation, and they're always staying tuned for what you're doing. Those 10 people love what you're doing, and you should do whatever you're doing to make sure that those 10 people are happy and appreciative. Don't worry that it's only 10 people. So just imagine if you had to draw in front of 100 people, some of us wouldn't be able to do it. Imagine just drawing in front of 10 people. You might actually get nervous. You actually might see those 10 people and go, whoa, that's just a lot. So don't worry about the number, worry about the people, and make sure that you're building relationships so people are more likely to like what you're doing. And maybe they don't start off liking what you're doing, but then they see it over and over and over again, and they see how much you've grown, they see how much you've grinded, and then they fall in love with what you're doing. Sometimes it takes a couple episodes to really like a show. You might not catch on to it right then and there, but over time, you fall in love with it. And people will fall in love with what you do as long as you're putting your love into it, and as long as you're putting out content that people can really support. So remember, this is part 1 of the 2-part series of things that artists need to overcome. Hopefully this video was something that you understood, it was easy to digest, and maybe if you're going through some of these things, you realize you're not the only one, and it's time for you to overcome those things and to really grow as a creator. We want to continue the conversation in the comment section below, so let us know what are some of the things that you had to overcome as a creator, and also what you want to see next on the channel. Don't forget to like and share the video. There's so many artists out there that are going through things, and they're not the only one. We want to make sure that they understand that they can come here, share their work, and actually have support and understanding of what they're doing. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. There are other videos on the channel that you're going to definitely enjoy. So make sure you check those out, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.